If you, like me, have hardcover books that need a bit of a makeover, I'm here to show you 4 ways you can transform them. Bonjour, I'm Lou from Extra Cozy and welcome to Extra Cozy DIY, a YouTube channel where, as you guessed it, we create all sorts of cozy DIYs projects. If that sounds appealing, feel free to subscribe and become a part of the Extra Cozy family. A great addition to any hardcover book is a custom bookmark with a matching ribbon and pendant. First, we need to choose the ribbon that best matches the book. For this one, I was torn between 2 options. Both would have worked well, but for a more premium look and contrast, I decided to go with this one. To measure it, start from the bottom of the book to the top on the last page. Then close the book, let hang your ribbon on the front cover and stop in the middle. And leave 3 to 4 centimeters on both ends for gluing. After cutting your ribbon to size, don't forget to carefully burn the ends. We'll attach the ribbon to the bottom of the book, so when you mark your page and then close the book, the pendant can hang on your cover. It will make sense, I promise. To attach your ribbon, open your book to create a gap between the cover and the book spine. Then apply the hot glue on the book spine. Then quickly but carefully press the ribbon on the hot glue. And while the hot glue is still movable, with a tool, try to flatten it as much as possible to avoid damaging the book when you close it. For the pendant, you can choose a necklace pendant or anything else, but I recently got a laser machine from xTool and I can't stop using it. So for this project, I decided to create my own pendant that I made to fit the ribbon perfectly. Now to attach the pendant to the ribbon, I'm simply going to use hot glue again. First, I glue the end to itself for a neater finish. Then I wrap it around the pendant and glue the ribbon to itself again. And it is as simple as that. Now you can see why we attach the ribbon to the bottom of the book. Look how beautifully it hangs. Instead of having the pendant hanging from the bottom of the book, it rests nicely on the cover. Okay, now bear with me for this next hack. It might seem daunting at first, but you'll love the end result. Once again, I'm using my xTool M1, but this time I'm using it directly on my book cover because I'm going to cut holes in it. Yes. As it is unusual to use a laser to cut a hole into a hardcover, I couldn't find much information on the settings I should use. So I did a test run, and I'm glad I did as it wasn't successful at all, but it helped me understand why. And once I knew why, it was time to cut the design I wanted. First, I wanted a circle on the back of the book, and then a rectangle half hidden behind palm trees on the front cover. Placing a design on the material to cut is straightforward. The machine takes a picture of what's inside and you simply need to position your elements where you want them, and voila! In case you are wondering, I used 100% power, a speed of 15 millimeters per second, and I made 7 passes. I made the cuts to match the design I'm going to draw next. However, you can use this technique on its own. You could cut out a cloud, stars, a letter, or even the entire title if you want. The possibilities are endless. As the machine cuts by burning, you will have some black marks, so you can just erase them with an eraser, but I also suggest you to take like a tissue, a paper tissue, and just wiping the edges of your holes. As I mentioned, I made cuts as part of a larger idea, and now we're going to bring it all together. This hack is simply to design a new cover for a book. If your cover is as plain as mine, that's great because you essentially have a blank canvas. But if your cover already has elements on it, take it as a challenge. You can paint, use foil, or draw with a liner, for example. Since the title on the spine of my book is gold, which I love, I'm going to use gold foil for my design. I traced the design from my iPad onto a baking paper to help me trace it back onto my book, but normally you can turn on guided access on your iPad for easier tracing, but for some reason mine was uncooperative. So if you know why, please let me know in the comments. After tracing the design, it was time to get my trusty weRmakers quill and foil and start foiling. I drew a large design on the front with the title on the end page inside of the book, and on the back I drew a design on the end page that is visible through the hole I made on the cover, and a cute palm tree pattern on the back cover. The final hack from this video can be applied to either hard or soft covers, and it is decorating the book edges. This always adds a wow factor to your books. There are numerous methods to achieve this, such as dyeing, spraying, or painting edges. You can even create a hidden painting under gold. I demonstrate this technique in another video if you're interested. And if there's any other technique you would like to see in video, let me know in the comments. For this book, I'll use gold foil, but in a different way than for my hidden painting technique. I'll draw the same pattern from the back of my book onto the edges. This technique is quite safe, so I won't need to protect my book. However, if you're using spray paint, dye, or regular paint, please do protect it. Now make sure you clamp your book tightly between two boards before you start decorating. And voila, you can now start foiling away. Repeat this for all sides and then you're done. Now your previously dull looking book isn't so dull anymore, is it? I hope you found this video enjoyable and these tips helpful in transforming your hardcover books. As you can see, the possibilities for creativity are endless, so don't hesitate to experiment and make each book uniquely your own. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more cozy DIYs. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep cozy. See ya, take care, bye bye.